Hey there boys and girls, Liqtech here and welcome back to another CSGO video. So today I want to help you guys to find the best possible Crosshair for you in order to increase your performance in CSGO. We'll be talking about two things, first of all the Crosshair style and second of all the Crosshair color. I'm on the map Crash Crosshair Generator V2, so you definitely should go to Workshop and download it and then come back here in order to do whatever you want to set it up to. But yeah, I would say let's get it going. So first of all, let's talk about the Crosshair color. There are different things that you have to keep in mind when you choose your color. Different colors have different effects on like your brain and your eyes and whatever not. So first, for example, if you choose something like a pink color or a bright yellow color, stuff like that is very, very fatiguing for the eye to look at for hours and hours. So you might get some sort of eye fatigue or eye strain if you keep looking at it. However, again, everyone is different, so this might not really apply to you because it's basically still personal preference. Just like from a bio standpoint out, green, like in the eye, in the human eye, most of the cones in there that process color are there to process green color. I think like about 90% or something like that. So green is the first color to be processed. The next one would be red, and after that there would be blue. So in that order, it's basically how the color will be processed and how it will be recognized. Of course, you have to decide, do you want to focus on your crosshair like at all times? Do you want to be able to spot it everywhere? Because you can also choose something like gray, which isn't fatiguing at all for the eye. It's very easy to look at, but of course, it isn't very poppy, and you can see on some surfaces it's really hard to spot. But again, you have to decide for yourself if you want something really poppy that you can always see, or just something that's not very like fatiguing for the eye. Of course, there's something else that's even faster to be processed than color, which is contrast. So if you choose white, and then you go, for example, let's take an outline, turn it on, and just increase it a little. Black and white is the first to be processed because it is the biggest contrast that you can actually get. So this will be you'll always see black and white first. So like that, you will always see your crosshair, whatever, before like anything else. So my personal preference is green, just because I like it a lot, and I do it without an outline. So turn it off again. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the crosshair styles. So let's choose the default crosshair first. So if you're new to CSGO, I would definitely not recommend you to go with a static crosshair. Something like this, for example, because you never really know when you're accurate. If you choose the default crosshair, you can see like when you're walking, it expands, and when you're still again, it shows you that you can shoot again and you're accurate again. Also, if you jump and run, it will also show you if you're inaccurate or not. So if you're a beginner, the default crosshair definitely is not a bad choice to pick. And also, just like the way it behaves, it will give you just a lot of information. However, again, it might be a little bit distracting for you, just because it expands and is like really huge. You could also go with the second default crosshair, which is one I would not recommend because you can't really customize it. If you like can see right here, it's default. Only the color and the gap are changeable, and there's not a lot of color to choose from. So what I would recommend you guys is, for example, the second crosshair style. This one will basically show you while moving if you're accurate or not, and also when shooting. So shooting and moving both. The fourth one is kind of the same, but only, sorry, the third one. So you have to decide which one kind of works for you. The thing is now that I also find very useful, if we just go to a static one really quick, I always felt like that if your crosshair is really small, you're also very accurate for one tapping and stuff. So many people actually also choose like the dot right here. And let's make the thickness a little bigger so you guys can see it on screen right now. So they will just have to like put it on the enemy's head and shoot then. And I feel like if you have a really small crosshair or just a dot, you're really good at one tapping and just very accurate in general. However, if you go with something like, let's get the crosshair back. Let's just get the size right here and put it up a little. And also make it a little smaller again. I find that if you increase the gap a lot, just like get bigger and bigger and bigger, I feel the bigger your crosshair is, the easier it actually gets to spray with the weapon. because I feel like you have some sort of second point at the top of the crosshair that will help you to stay where your crosshair is actually. For example, if I shoot right here, you see the recoil stays always kind of at the top of it, so you have like a second point of aiming. Or just in general, if you're using like the pistols, just switch again from burst, it feels like every shot is landing in between. So you have to decide, are you really going for more like of a spray kind of play or more of a really accurate kind of play? I also feel like, for example, Forrest is really good at spraying. I feel like his crosshair is also kind of a bigger one. If we would be watching Scream's crosshair, for example, where is he? Let's find him. Right here. It's really small, like almost not visible. Of course, it also depends if you're using 4x3 or 4x3 stretched and what resolution and whatnot. But in general, I would suggest you guys to try out, like, again, depending on what color you want to choose, but definitely a non-static crosshair, a dynamic one. For example, like, let's get the third one and just make it a little bit bigger. Let's choose the one from Snacks right here, and then let's make it bigger again. Come on. Like this, so you know when you're able to shoot and when not. So yeah, I hope this was kind of helpful. To summarize it, the contrast should be high in order to spot it first. Green, then red, then blue. Remember, pink is very poppy, but very fatiguing on the eye. Gray is not, however it's really hard to spot on some surfaces. And again, last but not least, a dynamic crosshair should be easier to know for beginner players, to know when you're actually able to fire and when you're accurate. So yeah, again, last but not least, we can choose some pro crosshairs right here to inspire you, and also some YouTube and streamers right here. So again, make sure to really find something that fits your like needs and what you would like, and not just copy something from your favorite pro player. Again, you can like let yourself be inspired by those, but yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling again. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. But I think it's pretty much done for now, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and like a skill faker out.